Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is Saturday, April 27th in the MLB. It's Austin joined by Logan. We're diving into our MLB picks. As always, we got three of them incoming today. But first and foremost, we must do a recap of yesterday, a 2-2 day, losing a little bit of juice. Logan, a wonderful call on Cubs money line. That was pretty sweat-free. We will take that. We also had a pretty sweat-free Nerfy. We love that. Our two losers, though, Rangers could not come through. And our parlay of the day, Joe Musgrove, he hates us. That man had to have bet the over yesterday because he gave up 4 home runs or 6 total in that game. Well, 7 or 8 earned runs. Terrible. That was our last leg, was the alt under over there. A 2-2 day, though. It is what it is. If you are new, though, it's Austin, joined by Logan to my right. If you want to hit that subscribe button, what do you think? Logan, tell him to hit that, baby. Let's have a great day. It is Saturday. I'm going to change the scenery, but we're still going to dominate. We're going 3-0. Logan, I'm going to let you lead it off. You got a late night game, but some plus money you're hunting for. Which team you backing?
Yeah, this is a late night game. It's the last game on the slate, and I am taking a plus money shot on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Plus 140 odds on FanDuel is your best value there. Yeah, I'm rolling with the Snakes today. Taking a shot at them. I'm getting plus 140. I mean, that's like, are they supposed to win at that price? No, they're not. But that's great value, and I can't pass it up. You look at yesterday. They lost 6-1 with their ace on the mound. People will likely lose faith in this team after that. They had Zach Allen yesterday, and they lost. If you were ever to back the Diamondbacks, everyone feels good about backing Zach Allen, but he's not him this year. Something's completely off with him. And then the people look at the starting pitching matchup, and they'll be like, "Oh, George Kirby, though." Yeah, well, I find some weaknesses in George Kirby's game. Let's start talking about him. 5.33 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP for Kirby. While the ERA is the glaring issue, right? Having over a 5 ERA is not good for a starting pitcher. His StatCast numbers are, to me, where the real issues lie. Kirby, 26th percentile whiff percentage, 55th percentile in K percentage. He was so much better than that last year. He's not getting quite the swing and a miss that he used to, and that's particularly dangerous for a guy that throws in the strike zone. He does not walk batters. That's George Kirby's whole thing. When you're throwing pitches all in the zone, I mean, hitters can barrel him up, and it makes sense because Kirby's 31st percentile in barrel percentage, 23rd percentile in ground ball percentage. Both those numbers are very dangerous. The fact that he's back of the pack in ground ball percentage and barrel percentage, hitters can get those hard hit extra base hits and even home runs. Even though T-Mobile Park doesn't play that hitter friendly, he's still liable to give up some runs himself. His breaking and off-speed pitch run values too are poor. He's 14th percentile in breaking run value, 4th percentile in off-speed run value. All this to say that hitters can get to his secondary pitches. If his fastball command isn't there, he could be in a lot of trouble today. Again, and actually hitters can sit fastball if his off-speed pitches are not there as well. George Kirby's pitch mix just isn't good this year until he really truly figures it out and carves up a good team, because he had a good showing in his last start versus the Rockies, but it's the Rockies. It doesn't count in my eyes. Diamondbacks are a very potent offense. They just don't always seem like it. Diamondbacks are 4th in batting average with runners in scoring position, batting .306. I told you guys I like backing teams that can hit with the runner in scoring position, and scoring only 1 run in each of their last 2 games. The Diamondbacks, just a law of averages, they're sitting on some offense. They're still 2nd in runs scored. Austin this morning was texting me. He's like, "I like your Diamondbacks pick, but they're like an all or nothing team." And I was like, yes. The fact in the last 2 games, they are a nothing team. Now they are an all team, and I'm declaring it today. It comes against George Kirby. Now on the other side, who's pitching for the Snakes? It's Slade Cecconi, 3 ERA and a .33 WHIP. Cecconi went 6 innings pitched, only allowed 2 earned runs against the Giants. Solid start for Cecconi. Showed me that he can do it, right? I likely see him going 5 innings pitched. If he goes 6, that means he's dealing. So just know that. Mariners, or the Diamondbacks bullpen, should have his back, though. He's facing a Mariners offense that I still never trust, guys. I've seen this team, and I know what they are. They are 26th in runs scored per game at home, 28th in hits, and 30th in strikeouts at home. So if anything, you look at their performance yesterday, and I'm going to call regression. I think they could hurt some people tonight, especially considering where they are in the slate. People probably throwing Mariners money line in there. I've been there before, guys. That's why I speak from experience. You throw Mariners money line in there, and you're like, "Oh, they shouldn't lose." Well, then they put up a big like goose egg or 1 run. Mariners also 15th in batting average with runners in scoring position. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they are straight poverty. with runners in scoring position. Saccone doesn't have to pitch a no-hitter. He just has to avoid the big inning. He just has to avoid what Joe Musgrove did to us yesterday, where he just hosts batting practice in one inning. I think he does that today. Then we look at the bullpens. Arizona 20th in bullpen ERA. Seattle is first. They are the best bullpen in ERA-wise. But I still trust Saccone and the bullpen arms that follow him to be enough. I think the Diamondbacks bring the bats today as well. Give me the Diamondbacks at a really good plus money price. I love that as my best bet of the day. But Austin, you got a little two-leg parlay. Where are you going?
Yeah, I did mention at the top of the video, we don't have a parlay of the day in terms of going to Odds Checker, so you don't have to go down below and click a link. Instead, I got one for you cooked up in this video. Yesterday was just brutal. We looked like we had a pulse, and then, of course, the Phillies came in and gave up a 2-run home run, which pushed the last leg over. But I really like this one because I'm taking these two games. You see them on the screen, both alternate unders. Yes, I know the regular lines are not 10.5, but we're taking Phillies and Padres under 10.5 and Twins and Angels under 10.5. Parlay them together as alt totals, and you got -130 on BetMGM. Almost every book was around -130 to -140, and I like that there. I don't know if there's something psychological about me, but I feel like when I go to 9.5, feel like it's asking for a lot out of the pitchers. It's really only one run, but sometimes that one run can be big for you. So I'd rather take the 10.5 on both of these games. Obviously, you could go down to like 9.5 for either of them, and I'd be fine there. And I like both games regular unders. I'm just playing a little bit safe here today. Now, let's talk about yesterday. We had that got wrecked in that Phillies and Padres game, but I expect the offenses to not show up today. We got Dylan Cease versus Ranger Suarez. Now, these guys have been elite. Both guys with a sub-2 ERA this season, and they've both been really dominant. Now, one of them is eventually we're both going to have some regression. I don't expect either of them to finish below 2 ERA on the year, but I really do think that both guys can handle their respective lineups. I mean, we're talking about Cease, who's been one of the best pitchers in the MLB. I mean, the guy, if you are a right-handed batter, good luck. So guys like Trey Turner today, good luck, man, because righties are currently 3 for 52. That's a .019 batting average versus Cease this season. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And you also look at lefties, only batting .222. Obviously, the Phillies do have a lot of lefty bats in there like Schwarber and Harper, but I still do think that you'll be able to, I mean, Schwarber and Harper can get on base. Comes down to the Real Mutos, the Bohms, the Trey Turners of the world. Can they hit them home? The Castellanos, who's been sucking too. So I really think Cease will handle his job. On the other side, Suarez has been really good, 95th percentile in hard hit percentage, ground ball percentage, and expected ERA. Keep the ball on the ground, probably in for a good spot. So I like that under in that Phillies game. And then, of course, we're going to go to the Angels and Twins a little bit later on in this one. You got Chris Paddack going against Jose Soriano. Paddack, if you look at his stats, a 5.57 ERA, I genuinely will be curious where he finishes on the year. He's had a lot of good starts, but one terrible start against the O's. He gave up 12 hits and 9 earned runs. Let me know what we can afford today, but I think he's better than that. Going up against an Angels offense that I'm not really too shocked and scared about. If I looked at all the hit parlay guys in this game, no one is above -200 on FanDuel, which is like, all right, well, they don't expect any hits in this game. But like I said, outside of that start against the O's, Paddack has been pretty good. 2 earned runs or less in his other starts. And on the other side, Jose Soriano will start for the Angels. He sold us on a nerfy before, so he has a bad taste in my mouth, but a 3.43 ERA. Been really good in his last 2 outings, 11 innings pitched, 1 earned run. 4 hits total allowed in his last 2 starts. The one thing he does do is he walks guys, 8 total walks in these last 2. Well, the Twins are a team that draw the 7th fewest walks per game. So I really like these 2 games. I like this like alt, parlay type thing, 2 legs. Phillies, Padres under 10.5, parlayed with Twins and Angels, alt under 10.5. I really like that. I think that is a winner. Phillies, Padres, that's a free square. So just put it with any of your parlays. They ain't scoring 11 today. Sorry. You hate to see it. But Logan, you know what time it is, baby. It's Nerfy Nation time. I need to get this Rockies the flag. Even though I'm in a change of scenery, the flag comes with. It's the only thing I pack when I leave to go to my parents' house. It's just the Nerfy flag. Now, today we had a bunch of different options. And honestly, we're going to one that's great. Going to Studio Azteca, plus 210. We're not actually taking the Astros Rockies one. Man, if you're going with that one. Over under 17.5. If you're looking for a true sweat, the one we really like, and it should not come as a big surprise, as we're going back to where we cashed out yesterday. Nationals and Marlins taking the no run first inning -115 on FanDuel. You're going to get about the same value on a bunch of other different books. Yesterday we had a 6 up, and then technically Luis Ariz did walk, but pretty sweat free. Today we didn't even get Luzardo on the mound yesterday. That was half the reason we picked it, was for Luzardo. But today we're going to have Edward Cabrera start off, and just like Luzardo, he's been elite at Nerfies, 2-0 on Nerfies, and I even had a better record than Luzardo last year, 17-3. I mean, the guy's been really good at getting out of that first inning. If you look at him and facing the Nationals offense, we talked about yesterday, 29th in first inning runs. They have some guys at the top of the order that might get on, like CJ Abrams and Steele, but I really think Edward Cabrera can go do his job. So give me him to get those first 3 outs. Logan, who's going to be pitching for the Nats today to take us home?
Yeah, it's going to be Mitchell Parker, the young guy. Mitchell Parker is 1-1 on Nerfies this year, so very limited sample size for Mitchell Parker. He faces a Marlins offense, though, that is 11th in first inning runs. At home, though, the real reason I like Mitchell Parker against the Fish today, Miami's only batting .204 against lefties. Mitchell Parker should go out there and get his job done again. We even survived the Luis Ariz walk. I was like, uh-oh. Is bad signs coming? No. We're still challenged, each of these teams, to hit with runners in scoring position. I think we're going to cash out once again today. Let's fly the flags.
Nerfy Nation, let's go. Let's cash another one. Those were our 3 favorite picks of the day. No other added parlays. Diamondbacks money line, the 2 alt unders, 2-leg parlay, Nats, Marlins, Nerfy. Boom. That's a 3-0 card. Let's have a wonderful day. We're back to the normal editing tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful Saturday. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.